The scene that, as I get older, fascinates me most in all of the Star Wars films, all 9 of the main films, is, and it's not a pub, but it's a dinner party, because it's when they all turn up at Lando's place, right, on Lando's planet, and Lando says, come on, I'll give you a tour. And he's showing them all, he's actually being a bit of a show-off. He's like, yeah, look at all this. I'm fucking top dog round here. Yeah. This is all mine. I'm in charge, blah, blah, blah. And then he leads them into a room. He goes, have a look in here. And they open the door, and this fucking Darth Vader is sat in this room. But he's sat at a dining table, and he's got a couple of mates with him, and they're having some sort of dinner party. That's the only thing I can describe it as, unless I'm misremembering this, right? They walk in, and he's sat there, Darth Vader, and he's convened some sort of fucking dinner party, right, as a trap for Han Solo, right, and the rest of them.
So
what's going on? Right, and Han Solo, so obviously it's a trap. It's a key moment in the whole, certainly in that film and in all films, because it's like Lando Calrissian is a really interesting character who they actually completely waste in the last film. They just chucked him into that film, The Rise of Skywalker, as a sort of here's a payday for Billy D. Williams. Do you know what I mean?
That was total fan service, wasn't it?
It was fan service. If you're going to have him in some significant way.
Nice flying, Lando.
But he's a brilliant character in Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, because there's a complexity to him. Because first he's their mate, although there is that great scene when they first land, and he comes out and he acts the as well. It's obviously like a trope that Lawrence Kasdan had got quite into, right? He's like, I'm really into this new sort of device, which is called or not, right? And it's when you introduce a character, you have them first act like a bit of a cunt, only to then reveal that actually they're all right, right? We've done it with Yoda in the Dagobah system. It worked really well. And now I'm going to repeat the trick later in the film when they rock up and they meet this smooth, good-looking bloke in a cloak called Lando Calrissian. And he acts like he's going to fight Han Solo. And you're right, when you're a kid, you're right on Han Solo's side as well, aren't you? You're like, fuck off, mate. What's your fucking problem? Why is he trying it on with Princess Leia? And you're like, fuck off. Han Solo will fucking do you, mate. This is Han Solo you're talking about here, right?
Bit smooth, isn't he? Bit Barry White. Barry White in a cape.
Because he goes, you got a lot of nerve showing your face around here. And he goes like he's going to punch him. But then he doesn't. And I think that's pathetic. I don't think that's amusing. I've known people like that, and it's sort of
faking a punch.
Yeah, where's the joke? What you're gonna? It's like bully tactics. Like you know, like a bully at school would come up and he'd sort of go, "Yeah, what's your fucking problem? What are you looking at?" And you sort of shit it a little bit. I mean, what's going on here? And then he just laughs, goes, "Ha, it's all right, mate. Don't shit yourself." That's basically what Lando tries to pull on Han. Anyway,
it does totally, and in front of his mates and his bird.
Yeah, I know, He was stupid anyway. Do you know what? What could have happened easily would be that, you know how protective Chewie is of Han anyway, and Chewie does have a hair trigger, doesn't he? Yeah, he could have just fucking literally torn Lando's head off in a second. Yeah. If Lando, had carried on that silly little, come on, let's have a fight act for a split second more, I reckon Chewie would have just torn his head off and eaten it right there. And then it's joke's on you now. Lando's complex.
Yeah, I was going to add something. About that as well.
He's a complex character. He gives them a tour of his place. He shows off a bit. Then he opens the door, and fucking Darth Vader sat there having a dinner party. Right, Han's first fucking instinct, which I really respect him for, he sees him. And without thinking twice, he just goes, "I'm fucking shoot that c-." And he pulls the gun out. He doesn't know what Darth Vader's there for. At that point, he's no idea whether Darth Vader's there for him or whether he's just, that's weird, I bumped into Darth Vader.
You are remembering it correctly, mostly, right? He's in there on his own, Darth Vader.
Right.
What happens?
But he is sat at a dining table, right?
He is,
it looks like it could be from like Habitat or something.
Yeah. So what happens is Lando goes in and sort of, they've all got changed in Bespin gear. That's where his place is, isn't it? And he's trying it on with Leia again, like, oh, you look amazing, and that. And he goes, right, should we go and have some refreshments, I think he says.
Yeah.
And so the idea is he's meant to be leading them to like a dining room.
Oh, it is supposed to be a dining room.
So it is meant to be a dining room, but here's the thing, right? They've never been to fucking Bespin before.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't need to go through the whole thing of set up a dining table, put the glasses on it, stick Vader in there. Right? Yeah. He could have led them to the fucking garden. They don't know which room is the dining room.
Oh, so better not go in those rooms in case Darth Vader's in them.
He could have led him to a closet, put Darth in the closet, couldn't he? And just, and when Darth Vader would have sprung out, you would have seen like mops falling down and shit.
It was basically an unnecessarily elaborate plan by Lando and Darth. And also, imagine them planning it. Right, listen, right? They're coming here in a minute. So, presumably Darth Vader came before and he's gone.
Yeah.
Because he says they arrived just before you got here. I had no choice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so, I don't know how they've arrived there and how they knew that the Millennium Falcon was on its way. But that aside, I mean, I just can't imagine how he would have conversed with Darth Vader about it. Like, Darth Vader is such an intolerant person, isn't he? Like, he's not one for small talk or being told what to do, and he's got I'm going, listen, the way this will work best, honestly, trust me on this, right? You go in there in my dining room, wait there, right? Just wait. I'll get him off the shit. I'm going to do a little bit of a funny thing where I pretend that I'm fucked off with him, then that I'm not. But I don't care. Why are you telling me these details? Just letting you know my MO, right? Then I'm going to take them and I'm going to give them some clothes, some smart clothes, because I have loads of clothing for all of my guests that visit. Any visitors to my planet, I have appropriate formal dress for in all the sizes, right? So I'm going to
Darth's got to be thinking, I'm a busy man. Can you fucking know it is?
Why don't I tell you what? Why don't we just wait for them to land, and then when they land, me and all my fucking stormtroopers, right, we'll just jump out and fucking get them. And that's it, and we'll see you later. Right? You've done your job when you have said over the radio, land here, it's fine. Right? That's it. Yeah. But Lando wants to make a bigger thing. He's like, no, that won't work. I'm going to set up a dinner party. I'm going to get them all dressed up nice. Yeah. And Darth's going, it doesn't matter what they're fucking wearing, mate. I couldn't care less. What don't you understand? I'm literally just after one of them, right? I'm going to fucking flog him to Jabba the Hutt. And it's only a trap anyway to lure in their mate, Luke Skywalker. That's it. No. Trust me, it's best we do it this way. And it's like, you're just complicating a very simple situation, mate. But fine. This is your gaff. And to be honest, just whatever, to just get this over and done with. I'll wait here. Right. How long do you think you'll be? Well, let's see. We've got to get them. They've got to land. I've got to get them off the shit. I've got to do a little bit of fun and games with them. Then I've got to go and get them changed. Sourcing the outfits for them is going to take a while. Then I'm going to give them a tour. Why will you give them a tour? I just think it would be nice. It's not necessary, though. I'm just going to give them a tour, a quick one. And then I will lead them in here and tell them that I've laid on some dinner. But, of course, there won't be dinner. There'll just be you. Now,
sitting there best in Blumenthal.
And he's like, I've been fucking sitting here ages on my own in this room while you have been going through this ridiculous fucking charade, right? And I've been sat here. I'm supposed to be running the galaxy here, and you have left me in an empty fucking room for hours.